just embarking on their SAS career and really wanting to become a SAS expert really have three areas of focus. And the first and most important as they're getting started is really to get a solid foundation on their SAS knowledge. So that would mean some type of formal education, and there's so much available both in the classroom as well as through some of the free e-learning that SAS offers. The reason that formal education is so important is that you need to have the foundation of how does SAS think, what does SAS do behind the scenes, what happens in the data step or in DS2. And so that formal education really grounds them and helps them know what's going on within SAS. And then education becomes just ongoing. For the rest of your career, what I recommend is continuing to gather knowledge, but what's most important is when you gather knowledge, make sure that you also use it. I firmly believe that as people sit through training classes, if they don't have some immediate way in which they can use what they've learned, they're probably going to forget it, or they're going to forget the intricacies of it. So point number one is education, ongoing knowledge, and really use what you have learned. Number two is networking. And when I talk about networking, I don't just mean networking with those in your company. What I recommend is that you network not only with the people that you work with, but also with other people in your local community, both from a technical perspective and a business knowledge perspective, and as well network globally. And now it's so easy to have a global network of SAS experts or business knowledge experts that you can draw on when you run into problems. And that network really helps open up your eyes about what else you can do with the software and what else you can do when you're trying to figure out the right slant from a business perspective. Number three on my list would be then sharing the knowledge. And the reason I recommend that people share their knowledge through either presentations or in the classroom or one-on-one mentoring with their business associates, the reason is that when you're sharing knowledge, you actually learn a whole lot. By talking somebody through a problem, you start to listen to their perspective and you realize that there's actually other ways that you can solve that same problem. So by sharing knowledge, you actually end up expanding your knowledge as well. So it becomes a continuum. So with those three, with education and ongoing knowledge, with networking, and with sharing your knowledge, I think those are the three keys to becoming a top SAS programmer.